Hello friends, this is Serene. Welcome to practice. So for today's class, we'll be doing an awakening Vinyasa flow for an hour with sun salutation and a couple of goddess series. So I hope you'll enjoy it and we can get started. Let's take a time to arrive on our mat today. Maybe closing the eyes, relaxing the shoulders. Make yourself tall with a long spine. And notice how you feel today. Whether you have a lot of energy or you're feeling a bit tired. Just observe. Observe your body, observe your natural breath. And try to stay here in the moment, present here and now. Maybe pay attention to the ins and outs of your breath. And today we'll be breathing in and out through the nose. But whenever you feel like you need to breathe out through the mouth, feel free to do so. Sometimes it helps releasing any tension out through the mouth. Notice any sound around you. Notice any thoughts arising, maybe about the past, what you've been doing before, or what you will be doing after. Just observe them. You don't need to do anything about them. They are here. It's okay. With the eyes closed, let's raise our hands overhead for a big stretch. Opening your chest. Taking a deep breath in. And deep breath out. Coming back to center. We can start opening the eyes. And we're going to grasp interlace our fingers behind our back. And extend it back. Maybe the knuckles touch the mat. Peut-être que les poings touchent le sol. Let's open the chest. Right thumb will be on top. And we're going to take a bind to the right. Up like a holster bind. Elbow is going to go towards the back. And we're going to take our right ear to the right shoulder. Just stretch the neck. And we can make some circle. You can stay still. Maybe with the tip of your nose, you can draw some circles, or maybe write your name, or anything you want, really. With the kids, they enjoyed writing their names. It's a nice stretch, especially after a long night. And we can come back to center. We extend back, opening the chest a bit more. And now it will be the left thumb on top And we're going to take the bind to the other side and left ear to the left shoulder. You can stay here or maybe do some circles. Gentle movements as we're just starting to wake up the body. I just want to check. Extend. And we're going to drop the fingers down and we're going to lift the hips very gently up. You can open the shoulders a bit more and we release gently. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our upright cat-cow. Just going to face forward. So it's the same cat-cow but upright, so just here. So we're going to interlace the fingers to the heart center and we're going to take one inhale. Interlace here, Roberta. The other way. Good. Inhale. Exhale. We extend the arms forward, rounding the back. We take our chin to the heart. Inhale, arms up. Opening like a big old morning stretch. Exhale, round the back. We engage the core. Inhale. Open. Exhale. Close. So now try to link every breath to every movement. As we open, it's always an inhale. And as we close or contract any muscle, it's an exhale. Maybe try to do it through the nose. And exhale. Last time, inhale. Now we're going to release the elbow down into cactus arms, opening the shoulders, maybe waking up the fingers, moving them, opening in the chest, and arms to heart center. Anjali Mudra here, palms are touching. It's usually a nice resting and calming position here. This is what they call pray position as well. And we're going to come onto our hands and knees. So, so the wrists are just below the shoulders if you want to know a bit about the alignment. And the knees are just below the hips. And from here, we're going to tuck the toes. And you know where we're going? Downward facing dog. We push the hips back. And we're going to find our first downward facing dog. We can pedal one leg and the other. Waking up back of the legs. It's always nice. As we probably didn't walk so much this morning. So through the Vinyasa, the sun salutation we'll be doing, you can always come back to downward dog or child's pose. Okay, so if you want to skip the Vinyasa, the transition we'll be doing, you can always come back here. And then you can come still. We push the hands forward. You can release your neck, Roberta. Your head is in between your arms. And we want to push the hips back. And we want a long back. Long spine. So the shoulder blades are far from each other. They're just like, separating from each other. Amazing. Beautiful. And we can shake the head. Yes, oui, ou non. On peut bouger la tête, la secouer. And we're going to do a couple of transitions from here. As we inhale, we lift the heels up. And we're going to move forward into plank. Push the heels back, long plank. Bend the knee. We come back to downward dog. So we can do this at your own rhythm. It's like we are doing a spinal wave. Ooh, it's like a wave Going forward and back. Inhale, going forward into plank. I want a strong plank. Bend the knee, we push back. One more time, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take the knees down to the outside of the mat and let's take a child's pose. Let's reach the hands forward so we can really stretch our back here. You can drop your forehead onto the mat. In the morning it's always nice to take a child's pose. We can press the palms together in Anjali Mudra, like in pray position. We can stay in child's pose. But what we're going to do is that put the hands just on the nape of the neck. Juste au niveau de la nuque. And it should stretch a bit deeper, maybe the shoulders. Observe how you feel here. So we're not only stretching the back, the long spine, but we start to open the shoulders. And we release. Come back to all fours. And we're going to take our downward facing dog. Alright, so now you know where we're going. All of you except Roberta. So we're going to do, just to tell you, we're going to do sun salutation, the warm-up, the usual A and the B. So you will recognize the movement. Alright, so go at your own rhythm. And we're going to do some vinyasa in between. Alright, on the next inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up. Bend the left knee and step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Knee drop. Inhale, open twist. Reach high with the right hand. Exhale, we come back to center. We push the hips back, half split. Inhale, we come back to center and we're going to step the left leg. And inhale, active squat. So we want to start activating the legs, contracting the thighs here, arms forward. Exhale, we push to stand, arms to heart center. Inhale, arms up, opening the chest. Exhale, center. Inhale, palms down, and we're going to step one leg at a time into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now onto the left leg. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left outside of the left hand. Inhale, open twist. Exhale, we come back to center. Pushing the hips back. We can bend the front knee. We want a flat back. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, right feet to the outside of the right hand. Inhale, we lift. Active squat. Beautiful. Activate your legs. Wide open here. Exhale, we push to stand. Beautiful. Inhale. Urdhva Exhale, arms to heart center. We sit onto our hips and palms down. And we step one leg at a time. Downward facing dog. From here, you can stay here or take your vinyasa. I will give you an option. So we lift the heels up and we move onto plank. So you can drop the knees straight away and go down into chaturanga, or you can do a push-up. So as we do the push-up, we go down and we come back into plank. This is a tough one. So you don't have to do it. You can just go down and then up. And then we push the hips back and we slide forward. And we take upward facing dog. Chien tête en haut. Open the shoulders. You can lift the knees off the floor. Bend the knee and we push the hips back. Okay, so in Vinyasa, we move from downward dog, chien tête en haut, to upward facing dog, chien tête en bas. Let's take one breath here. Feel free to bend the elbow a little bit. And let's take another sun salutation, but without a transition. Inhale, right leg up. Outside of right hand. And left. Straight into active squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, active squat. Inhales down. And step one leg at a time, or you can jump. Downward facing dog. Inhale, Vinyasa of your choice, with knees supported, or you can take the push-up. Dropping the knees, push the hips back. Inhale, we slide forward. Beautiful. Lift the knees off the floor, contract the glutes. Les fesses, on les contracte. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. All right, one more like this. Now you can take a jump or step, feet outside of the hands. Beautiful. Inhale, active squat. Exhale, push to stand. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, salutation. We come back to center. Exhale. Inhale, we take the hands back. We bend the elbow if you want to jump back. And we find ourselves in Chaturanga. Push up, plank. Drop the knees, hips back. Inhale, take a big inhale at the top of your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. You can stay in downward facing dog or take your child's pose. And we'll take 2 breaths here. You can deeply bend the knees to push your hips back. This can help, okay? Good. So now we're going to take the salutation B with the back bend. And we're going to work a bit on stability. But don't worry if you cannot lift the back leg off the floor. Feel free to grab a block as well if you need more support. Inhale, right leg up. This time we're going to press the knee towards the nose. We're rounding the back and we're going to step it in between your hands. Beautiful. We deeply bend both knees. And with your strength here, we're going to rise. Beautiful. Arms up. Double bent lunge. All right, hips are aligned. You can take your hands to your hips. And as soon we exhale here, we want to straighten a little bit the back leg, okay? Arms to heart center. We're going to lean forward, put the weight forward. And either you're going to leave the back leg or you're going to stay here, okay? So you have the option. The quads are working hard here. I know. Keep the hips squared. Beautiful. Find your balance. You can interlace your finger and push the standing leg and find your warrior 3. Beautiful. Great job. Arms to heart center. And very gently, we can still bend the knee and come back to a lunge. Beautiful. Arms up. Palms center. And we're going to do like we did in child's pose. Palms to the nape of the neck. We open and inhale. Arms to the side. A nice back bend here. It doesn't have to be a big one. And palms down. we're gonna lift the right leg up in three-legged dog. So we have less and less support. I know it's challenging, do your best. As soon as we inhale, we're gonna bend both elbow and knee, and you're gonna slide forward and find directly your upward facing dog. Chien tête en bas, directement. Contract your glutes, your fessiers. Open the shoulders. Bend the knee. And come back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take one breath here. Maybe you can feel one quad maybe feeling worked out more than the other. So let's adjust this and do the left leg. All right, inhale, lift the left leg up. Bring your knee to your nose, round your back, and step the foot to the left thumb. Deeply bend both knees and come into your double bend lunge. Beautiful. Hands to your hips if you need to. Exhale. Straighten the back leg. Beautiful. Palms to heart center. We take an inhale. We lean forward with a supported leg bent. We either stay where you are or you can lift the leg. You have options. As we exhale, we're going to straighten the supported leg and find your warrior three. Beautiful. Let's take one deep breath here. Find your focus and gently come back to the starting position. Woo, finding the balance. Arms up, palms touching to the nape of the neck. We open the shoulder, we open the chest, and we extend the arms full back. Open. Nice back bend. It's like we're in crescent lunge. Croissant de lune. Arms back to the mat. We take more support here. And we lift the left leg back. Three-legged dog. We bend the right knee. We bend the elbow and we slide forward. And find a upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Let's take a child's pose. Knees outside of the mat. Extend the arms forward. And drop your forehead onto the mat. Maybe you can massage your overhead from side to side. Connect with your breath. If you lost it, you can always come back to it. Don't lose your Ujjayi breath. And we meet in downward facing dog. Let's do one last salutation like this. Find the strength. We'll go a little bit faster, but go at your own pace if you need to, okay? Inhale, we lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. We step the right leg down. Inhale, double bent lunge. Exhale, we extend the back leg. Inhale, arms to heart center. We lean forward and find our crouching warrior. So this is the one before the warrior three. And then as we exhale, we're going to extend the front leg. Warrior three. Find your focus. One last breath here. Come back to center. High lunge, arms up. Palms touching to the nape of the neck. Open the shoulders, open the chest, and open your heart. Back bend, crescent lunge. Exhale, we come back to center. We extend the right leg up. Three-legged dog. Inhale. We deeply bend the knees and the elbow to help you slide forward. Upward facing dog. Find the strength here. Deep inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. One breath here or in child's pose. Maybe if you find more space, you can reach the heels back towards the mat. Maybe the heels isn't touch yet the floor. It's fine. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to nose. We step the foot to the left thumb. Inhale, double bent lunge. Exhale, we extend the back leg. High lunge. Inhale, arms to heart center. Find your focus and lean forward. Onto the supported leg. Find your crouching warrior. Exhale, extend the front leg. Warrior 3. Find your balance. Beautiful, you can do it. Exhale, come back to center. Palms touching. Nape of the neck. Again. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, palms down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, we slide forward. And we take a big inhale at the top. And exhale, downward facing dog. Sorry. And we can drop the knees to our child's pose. Today it's me that needs some water for my throat. And let's take a couple of breaths here. So now I have your focus. After this nice flow, we should be feeling more anchored, more centered, more here, more present. Whenever you're ready, let's meet in downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna lift the right leg up and step the foot in between your hands. But we're gonna drop the left knee. But we're gonna move to the left side. Just a nice move to the side. Beautiful. So we are in wide leg for fold here. So what we want to do is fold. You can bend the knees if you need more space. And I want you to release your neck. So it's slightly different than usually. Usually we have hip width distance apart. Release your neck. Maybe shake your head, yes or no. Maybe grab up with your elbow and sway from side to side. We have created more space in our body, so we should be able to move more freely now in bigger space. You can place your arms whenever you want, actually, either forward, the middle, or even back if you want more challenge. And then we're gonna inhale and lift the back up. Just land gently here. So we want a flat back. Beautiful. Find your gaze. Very gentle, soft. And we fall down again.
soon as you exhale deeper, you'll be able to find maybe more space as we fold from the hips. Maybe we can take your hands to your hips and gently lift up. Very nice. You can shorten your stand, réduire l'écart, and we can pivot. We're gonna pivot the heels to the inside, up. So what's gonna happen here is that your knees are gonna want to do this, and it's great. So we kind of a big active squat here, and this is what we call goddess. So we are goddess today. Yeah, very powerful, very open, beautiful. Arms here, so in the form like of a chandelier, like an angle of 90 degrees, I guess. We look beautiful like this. I love this. Super. Feel free to move if you don't feel comfortable still. Push really the feet against the mat and find your stability here. And we're gonna lift up, extend the legs. Beautiful. And now we're gonna pivot to the front of the mat. Palms down, and we found downward facing dog. So we can do a vinyasa. If you don't want a vinyasa, it's okay. Just stay in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift heels up. Forward plank. Take the variation that you need. Exhale down. Up, back to plank. Drop the knees, push the hips back, and slide forward. Upward facing dog. Opening the shoulders, engaging the glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now the left side. Inhale, we lift the left leg up, and we're gonna take it to the left thumb. We drop the back knee, and we're gonna slide to the right this time. So you should be facing my bump. Sorry for that. So yeah, we are here in forward fold. You don't have to look at me really. We're just doing the same than the other side. Release your head. It should be nice position here to enjoy. If you need more space, feel free to take a bigger stance, okay? Un plus grand écart. This helps me sometimes, or what helps me sometimes, it's bending the knees. Always an option for you guys, okay? All right. Let's stay here for a moment, taking a couple of breaths together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Release your neck, maybe shake it yes or no. Maybe grab opposite elbow. Do really what feels good for you. This is your choice, your practice. Just enjoy it. Sometimes I like to do that, but don't mind me. I'm just having fun. And then inhale. We lift up, flat back. Exhale, we fall down again. We take our hands to the hips and we lift up. Beautiful. And from here, same thing, we're gonna pivot the heels inside
and take a goddess pose. Yes, beautiful. So it's like a big squat, really. This is good for the hips muscles. Arms in chandelier, long spine, shoulders are open. Maybe you can see my shoulder blades are getting closer to each other. We are active in this beautiful goddess pose. Take a big inhale. Exhale out. As we take longer pose here, maybe notice where your head, your mind is wandering. Try to always come back to the moment with your breath. And we extend the legs, come back to center. And we pivot the feet forward. And we meet in downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa. If you want to, inhale, plank. Push the heels back. Exhale, go down, chaturanga, and up, high plank. Drop the knees, push the hips back, look forward, and slide into your upward facing dog. Maybe take a smile here. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Same thing, right leg up. Inside of the hands. Drop the left knee to help you transition to the left side. Forward fold. Push the hips back to help you fold deeper. Take a big exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we fold again. Inhale, we stand up. Pivot the heels forward. Goddess. Open the hips. Beautiful. Contract your thighs. Arms up. Cactus arms. We release the hands, and this time we're gonna push the weight to the left and lower down. So this is called Skandasana. Beautiful. Your heel doesn't have to touch the floor. Mine doesn't. If it does, it's great. But yeah, for me, I'm not very flexible here. Long back. Gaze. Gentle gaze. We should feel la cuisse, les muscles de la cuisse. Feel straightening here. This is a good sign. And we go up. And we're going to move to the right side. Same thing. Extending the left leg. Beautiful. You can lean forward or you can stay upright. Depending on your balance, of course. Beautiful. Find your gaze. And we come back to goddess pose. Up. Arms up. Just for a brief moment. And we come back. And we come back to downward facing dog. By the transition that you want. Now you're done with facing dog. Maybe try to push a little bit more. Now maybe the heels can touch the floor. Maybe you can feel a deeper extension of your spine. Let's take a vinyasa together or not, your choice. Inhale, plank. Strong plank. Exhale, chaturanga, high plank. Knees down, hips back. And as we inhale, we're going to slide forward into upward facing dog. Knees off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up. We step in between the hands. Whoop, excusez-me. It was the left, sorry. The left in between your hands. We drop the right knee. And we slide to the right side. We fall down. Don't worry, we won't stay long here. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we fall deeper. Maybe you can engage your core. Swallowing your nostril, avaler son nombril pour nous aider à aller plus loin. Release your neck. And we slowly rise up. Maybe you can shorten the stand. Pivot the heel inside, up, and find your goddess. Arms up. Find the beauty in this pose, the power that you have in yourself. Take a moment here. Last breath. And we're gonna move the weight to the right foot and find a Skandasana. Beautiful. Either upright or you can fall forward. Let's try to have a long spine always. And let's breathe deep here. Inhale, we lift up and we move to the left side. Come back to your breath. And we rise up. Again, goddess pose. Pivot the feet inside. Knees to the side. Arms up. Maybe you can pivot your pelvis forward. Contract your pelvis. Contractez son périnée. This is usually something we do automatically without really knowing that we do that in this pose. So I just want you to pay some attention to that. And we extend. We come back to center and final downward facing dog. If you want to do one last vinyasa, that will be the last vinyasa of the day. Let's enjoy it together. Inhale, plank. Push the heels back, strong plank. Exhale, chaturanga. And same exhale, we come back to high plank. Drop the knees, heels back. And inhale, slide forward. Big inhale at the top. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. We lift the right leg up and we step it to the right thumb. We drop the knee down. We're going to extend the right arm forward and we're going to take a twisted lizard, something you know. You're quite familiar with it. Either you catch the leg, the foot, or you just want your heel to reach your butt. Okay, so you have the option. So you can have your shoulders squared, looking down, or if you want more, you can open. And have your shoulder blades closer to each other. So you have two options. Don't have to do more if you don't want to, if you don't feel like it as well. Release gently the back leg. And we're gonna move the hips back into a half split. So you can always sit onto your back foot, or you can stay here into your half split. What helps me here is actually moving the hips back, okay? This is what we want. So we can fold into, great, beautiful. Back is flat, best of your ability, of course. Gaze forward. I think today we've been doing a lot of work with the legs. Maybe your hamstrings, those muscles on the back of your thigh, have been working overtime today. We come back to center here, and we can take an option of a balanced position. So we want to push the feet against the mat, and we extend the leg. Great. So you can stay here or take a block if you have any and stay here, and this is perfectly enough, okay? If Amel, you want more, which we practiced before, you can rise up and find your Chandra lunge. So this is a similar pose to what we did in our first salutation, but we need more balance here, more strength. Having a nice back bend. 2 more breaths here. And we come back to center. We can release. Blocks to the side. And find a downward facing dog. 1 breath here. Let's do the same thing on the left. Let's bring the left foot to the inside, dropping the back knee down. This time we extend the left arm forward. Great. We lean forward. We bend the leg, the right leg, and we're gonna either try to grab the foot or you can have your hands down. It doesn't really matter. If you want more, you can open your shoulders. Can you open your chest? If you find the space, we've been working on this today, you should find it easier, more reachable. Let's take 1 last breath together here. So it's usually hard to breathe here. That's why I'm a bit out of breath. Let's try to find some air on your chest, not on your belly. And we release back. Beautiful. We push the hips back, find our split. Whichever you choose to take. Hips are squared, aligned. Sometimes one hip wants to push the other one, but let's try to have them on the same line. This is very natural, don't worry. We move forward and we take the option of this Chandra lunge. So again, you push the top of the feet against the mat, extend the back leg, and staying here is perfectly fine, okay? Good. If you want to rise, take your time, find your balance, find the strength. Open the arms to the side, open your chest. This is one of my favorite positions. Don't ask me why, but I love it. Chandra lunge. I think it reminds me my time of dancing when I was younger, probably. And you release gently. Beautiful. Blocks to the side. And we take downward facing dog. We rise. We move the weight forward. We drop the knee, no vinyasa, and we lower our body down to the mat. Beautiful. So now we're going to extend the back a little bit. So we're going to take our hands on 10 and 2 to the side, up. Le bout des doigts contre le sol. We roll the shoulders forward. And we're going to take our oscillating cobra. Before that, make sure that you have your hips well heavy onto the mat. You can always extend one leg, then the other. And with as we inhale, we're going to rise up in cobra. Maybe the belly doesn't touch the floor. Exhale down. Let's take 3. Inhale. Exhale. You should feel a nice extension of the belly and the spine. Exhale. One last. Inhale. Exhale. Down. Beautiful. Hands to the chest. Let's gaze forward. Take our time before we take our locust. So locust is sauterelle. So you know this pose. Let's reach the arms back first. Our shoulder blades are getting closer to each other. Engage the arm. Opening your chest. You lift the knee off the floor. And you lift a little bit. So it's like our belly is lifting us up, is holding us. 3 breaths here. Find your focus. Neck is nice and long. You can smile. And last breath, we release. Right here, maybe onto the mat. Or you can make a pillow with your hands. You can shake your hips. On peut secouer ses hanches de gauche à droite. Relâchez le bas du dos. Toute tension. Any tension on the lower back. If you have hyperextended your back, it should feel nice. And we're going to come back on all fours, hands and knees. We're going to sit and take a gentle transition to laying down. And we come to our last part of the class today. We bend the knees, and I will ask you last bit of effort here. We are going to counter extend our back. Okay, so we can take a bridge or wheel. If you don't want that, you take your block up or cover and you put it just on between your lower back and your hips, and you stay here. It's perfectly fine. If you want more, we can take a bridge together. So you find the distance by touching your heels. Perfect. And you're gonna pivot your pelvis back, so then your back is against the mat, and we're gonna lift the hips up. Beautiful. You can interlace your fingers, bring your shoulders together, and lift higher. Engage your glutes to help protect the lower back. We push the hands against the mat, and we stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and we release one vertebrae at a time. You can grab your knees very gently and maybe massage your back. Maybe sway from side to side. And now we can release any effort. Now you can start enjoying the benefit of the practice. All your efforts are going to be rewarded to how you feel in your body and mind today. You can take your legs to the front and we're going to cross the right leg on top of the left and we're just going to take a supine twist up. So both knees are on the left side. They're going to just on the floor. We can extend the arms to the side in a T shape. And we do a nice twist to the back. Let go really of any effort here. Relax, start to relax your muscles. Maybe gaze on the right side, the opposite. Perhaps your right shoulder is touching the floor or is about to. Start relaxing your jaw, mâchoire. On relâche sa mâchoire, ses muscles du visage, your face muscles. You can let go of deep breath. Maybe your breath is slowing down already. And we gently come back to center. Unravel the legs and we're going to cross now the left leg on top. And the knees will drop to the right side. Let's enjoy this moment of nice stretch that we truly deserved today. When you're ready, let's come back to center. Maybe you can start closing your eyes if they were not closed. And extend one leg at a time and find your Shavasana. Maybe taking a blanket or something warm if you have. And then this is your relaxation time. So you don't have to look at me, you just can stay in your own zone, your own comfort here. And as you start letting go, you're gonna feel your body much heavy on the ground. It's like the hut is holding you. It's holding every muscles, every bones. You can let go of any breath control. You can let go of any control really. Come back to natural breathing. Find the calm. We are letting go of what doesn't serve us anymore. And we are full back with good and positive energies. Now you can fully relax. You can unwind and enjoy. Now you can start waking up your fingers and your toes. You can take a last deep stretch if you want, bending your knees and taking them to your chest. And you can create a bow on the side to help you come into a seated position. Take your time. You can keep your eyes closed, arms to your knees. And we'll take a couple of breaths together. Inhale all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale out. Let it go. One more. Big inhale. Out through the mouth. We let go any tension. Palms to heart center. We thank ourselves and appreciate the effort of stepping onto the mat. Palms to heart to third eye center. Every time we step onto the mat, we practice out of a love for ourselves, the desire to know the truth of our being, and the longing to benefit all beings in all times and space. We practice simply because it is our nature to do so. Namaste. And we can open eyes.